Hey guys, welcome to Ashen. It's new comic book day for the week of April 19th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by Paul and Tim Do a Thing. Yeah, we do a thing. You should check it out. New music going out 4 to 5 times a week.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. Links in the description.
Hey guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls, the comic book store, Team Ashen, and Paul and Tim Do a Thing. I got a bunch of trades. Let's talk about them. I've got Jurassic League. Hey Matt, you love this.
I love it.
You love this.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Some Daniel Warren Johnson insanity. That's in hardcover format. We also in hardcover have the Batman Who Laughs Deluxe Edition. What makes it deluxe? Probably the price tag. I don't know. It's like $40. We've got Justice League Volume 1. This is so weird to have a Volume 1 and then it collects issues 59 through 63. Look, I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Who knows? Batman Fear State Saga. I feel like a similar Fear State book came out already. I could be wrong. This looks like this covers everything, though, and a ton of these one-shots that came out as well.
Some of that was really good.
Some of it was good. We got Undiscovered Country. This is up to Volume 4, which is Charles Soule. Guy's great. We got Starhenge, Book 1, The Dragon and the Boar. Really cool art on this one. Really, really cool. Can't kill a man with it. Sorry. Shirtless Bear Fighter 2. Of course, this is something I love, because bears. Just a really great book. The first one was really good as well. We've got Predator, Volume 1, the new Predator one. We read a little bit of that. It's Brisson. Brisson's always solid. We got The Deadliest Bouquet. Very interesting crime book.
First issue was pretty good.
First issue was good. We reviewed it on here if you want to go back. We've got Postal Compendium, the complete collection. Probably can't kill a man, but you could, rough him up a bunch. It's pretty heavy. Very dense. We've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Recharged Volume 1, which, I don't know what that means. It's the issues 100 to 102. They recharge. You hit 100, you get a recharge. It's really great. Marvelverse, Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a bunch of... This is just a weird mix of stories. If you want a weird mix of stories, got you covered. We got Girl Taking Over. I almost said Talking Over. Girl Taking Over. It's a Lois Lane young adult story. Outpost Zero, the complete collection. Did we do this? I feel like we might have. This was a while ago, though. No? Maybe.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think you did it. Well, Patton Oswalt highly recommends it, so that's enough for me. We got Light Carries On. This looks really cool. The art in this is pretty interesting. It's from Dark Horse. I know nothing about it, but there you go. And finally, we have another Marvelverse. This is Rocket and Groot stories. Some good stuff here, so check it out.
First up, we have the Expanse Dragontooth issue number 1 of 12. So this is a maxi series. If you are familiar with the sci-fi series, then you can be able to jump into this very easily. This takes place after a lot has happened. So unfortunately, this is one of those books you really can't jump into. They give you a very quick explainer at the end, or at the very beginning, trying to kind of piece together what's going through, but there's so much content in here, it's very hard to kind of sum it up by only a couple of explainer sentences. So this is probably not one of those ones you want to jump into, but if you are a fan of the series, it's going to give you more of the same. A lot of the characters are drawn exactly as they were in the TV series, so there will be a lot of familiarity with you going forward on the series. So if you are a fan of The Expanse already, definitely check this out. If you're not, maybe the one you skipped for this week.
All right, first up for me, we got Warlock. What is it called? Rebirth. Hey, I paid attention. Warlock Rebirth, issue number 1. You got Ron Mars doing the writing. You got Ron Lim doing the drawing. It's a pretty cool team to have working on your book. It's a Warlock story. Basically, Captain Marvel, the Genis Vell, or however you say it, the original Captain Marvel's son, has come to Monster Island to go have a talk with the Infinity Watch, and more specifically, Adam Warlock, to be like, yo, what was my dad like? And he gets there, and Adam Warlock's like, oh, I feel queasy. So basically, how do I say this without spoiling it? There's a new character that does a bunch of damage. So everybody's going to be buying this book because new character. maybe that's a thing. But I think going forward it's going to be pretty interesting. It's a very basic setup, but I think it's setting up to something good. So I would check it out if you remotely like Warlock and just the cosmic stuff in general.
What's going on, guys? My name is Matt of the comic book store and Capes of Scowls fame, and I'm back again with a couple more new books for you. This week, I decided to go with Terra War from Image Comics. It's something a little different. It's definitely on par with what I've been sharing with you guys the past couple weeks. It's definitely a sci-fi dystopian story, but this one's a little different. Rather than there being an actual threat to people, everything's pretty good besides people's fears getting to them. It literally manifests in this story. It comes to attack them, and that's pretty much the main plot device of the story, is these nightmares, these terror creatures coming and taking people out, and people are pretty much trying to just come in and stop them, almost like a freedom fighters type of thing. Terra War #1, Image Comics. Sci-fi, it's out there, but it has a pretty good structure and a pretty good storyline. So I say, check it out.
And my pick of the week, it is DC Silent Tales. This is such a cute book. So, I mean, was a very easy read because there's no words in anything of this. You just have 6 different stories. The Harley story was just so cute and so fun to do. The Superman story was really, really good. You have one with Zatanna, you have one with the Joker, you have one with Lobo, and one with Cyborg. They're just really, really fun. The art was fantastic on these, despite not having any words. Like, you really could follow the story very, very well. It read kind of like a silent movie, and it was just a lot of fun to read. It's very quick despite the size. Despite getting full 6 stories in here, you'll be able to read it very quickly, or look at it very quickly and get what's going on. Highly suggest this one. This is definitely my favorite of the week. Definitely a favorite in a while. This is a really, really good one. So, DC, you definitely killed it on this one. Pick it up.
All right, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, do you know what my pick of the week is?
I don't.
That's right, you don't.
I'm sorry I failed you.
Yeah, I got used to it like years ago, bro. Like years ago.
Wow. It was a bit. You weren't supposed to stab that hard.
Sorry. Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow, is my pick of the week. This is your Connor Kent Superboy, and he is sad because a lot of things have happened to him in recent memory, but also he feels like everywhere he goes, nobody really needs him. There's already like another Superboy who's handling Metropolis with Supergirl. He just feels like every time he goes to help, he's really not even needed. So he gets the bright idea to go to the Fortress of Solitude and to look for some things that need solving. Nothing on Earth, everybody's already solving it, which is weird. But then he decides, let's go cosmic, let's think bigger. And he goes really far out into space with a very terrible teleporter, and he finds trouble. And a very interesting battle ensues. I enjoyed this book quite a bit. I mean, it's something different from him. It's cool to get that character. The character's great. He's definitely grown over the years. So, pretty interesting people that he ends up fighting. And I think the fact that he's fighting a specific type of villain is pretty cool. So, we will see where this goes. But as far as just jumping in and getting something different in the Superman kind of mythos, I enjoyed this quite a bit.
And my pick of the week for this week is All 8 Eyes from Dark Horse Comics.
Yeah,
All 8 Eyes is probably the best #1 I've read so far this year. It's set in modern day New York City. There's really nothing to take you out of like a real world, almost realistic element besides the main antagonists of the story. This story pretty much just revolves around the protagonist trying to get these antagonists without trying to spoil too much for you. He's just trying to corral these creatures, make New York safe again, and there's nothing supernatural, there's nothing super sci-fi about it. It's a pretty cut and dry story. All 8 Eyes, Dark Horse Comics. Funny, creative, different. Check it out.
All right, that is it. Please go over to Paul and Tim Do a Thing and watch us be idiots over there as well. That would be very helpful. But thank you for sticking around here. It's always good to hear your comments. on the video about the books, what you read, what you picked up. I always enjoy seeing that. You can also go to Capes and Scowls podcast and see more Matt if you like Matt's sultry tone. He's also on Instagram at Mana Cards and Comics. You can check that. Was it Mana Cards?
_comics.
Mana _ cards.
No, Mana Cards.
Mana Cards _ comics.
Yeah.
Listen, the guy's a train wreck, but he would really love it if you followed him and liked all his stuff.
I'm
'Cause
trying.
he needs, I don't know, love? Maybe love. It's discipline.
Also, plenty of Friday content too.
Yeah, there's so much going on. Like, you guys, if you liked us for some unknowable reason, there's so much. It's so great. Right, Paul?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it. Bye.